Cybernation Uncensored.
Hey, everyone can see us, hopefully hear us, hopefully we're not frozen. Everybody say hi, move a little bit, make sure we're okay.
Hi.
Okay, good. Wow.
It was all my fault.
Holy shit. All right, chat.
Sorry, everyone.
Thanks for hanging out and not going anywhere. I know we got a really, really late start. We're like over 20 minutes late. We had so many technical difficulties. We just finally were able to get things going. So thanks so much for hanging out. And yeah, chat says everyone, they can see us and hear us. I think we're getting a little bit of digital noise from Jamie, from Kira, I think a little bit. Every once in a while there's a noise. But other than that, I think we're okay. Yeah, okay. Let's get into it. And, if we glitch out any more, I'm just going to apologize ahead of time to chat. Anybody watching will get it fixed. Hopefully this will be a normal length stream and we don't have to kill it early. We've been it's not just Twitch, Shinobi. We've been having trouble with Discord and cams. It's been a rough day, on top of which I broke some toes and can't walk, and then I find out my buddy Will, one of our players, also broke a toe, so it's just been one hell of a day. But let's get into it. This is our team Veritas. This is our bi-monthly team. We do the second and the last Wednesday of every month right here, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Every once in a while we might have to shift it or skip if something does come up, and we'll put those promos out to let you know. Otherwise, that's the schedule we lock into. So make sure you tune in whenever you can. Hey, what's up, Rufio? So yeah, let's go around the table before I do a little recap and get into the team, and everybody introduce yourself. Let them know, where people can find you online, and then introduce your character as well. And yeah, Rufio, we're breaking everything. Everything's fucking broken, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna keep moving forward. All right, cool. Naomi, why don't you start it off?
All right. My name's Naomi, also known as Mad Lass McGee. I play Cynthia the exec, the straightforward but kind of laid back executive who's going through some problems right now.
Nice. Jansik.
Hi, I'm Jansik. You can find me on most social media as Jansik_1. And I play Wolf the Solo, who is a little off his rocker. He has some issues from the Fourth Corporate War, but he's working through them. He found a good team. He seems to like these people. See where it goes.
That does sound right. He seems to like them. We'll see. We'll see how long that holds up. And my beautiful wife, Valerie.
I was causing all the ruckus with my camera today.
Oh, boy.
I'm Big Val. You can find me at Twitter at cyber_Valerie. I'm the fixer with a southern drawl, but as soon as she hits her synth coat, her voice changes. And she's very materialistic, if you can't tell.
Oh yeah, a little klepto problem. Where's all the jewelry and stuff?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Jamie.
I'm Jamie, Purple Fire Drake on Twitter. I play Kira, a nomad, who's kind of laid back, but at the same time, she's going to protect her friends and family.
Oh yeah, yeah. And thanks, Savage McNavage, for the sub right there. Lucky 13 months of subbing. Shout out and thanks so much. Will.
Hi, I'm Will. You can find me on Twitter at Billy Huddles, or on the Cyberpunk Discord at Rook. Hit me up anytime. And I am playing Looper, the gonzo erratic journalist of the group that writes and publishes the stories of Team Veritas.
Oh yeah, well put.
And gets us into trouble.
And gets into trouble. Or just rushes into a situation triggering some type of landmine that seems to affect everyone else's hearing and problems except for his own. It was pretty interesting.
Looper Jenkins.
Yeah, that's what he does.
No.
Oh yeah, Shinobi. I don't know, and I am a former street performer myself. Yeah, We don't know either. But yeah, I'm Rob Mulligan, and I'm the Game Master here, but I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. Cybernation Uncensored is your place for all kinds of gameplay, tutorials, series, all kinds of stuff. And it's not just me. We showcase other GMs as well. Although I am running multiple teams almost every week. You can catch me running a team on my channel. I also run the Thursday Cyberpunk RED team on Sirenscape every Thursday over there. And speaking of Sirenscape, me and my beautiful wife Valerie will be running the Sirenscape booth at Gen Con coming up in the beginning of August. So if anybody's attending Gen Con, make sure you stop by the Sirenscape booth, say what's up to me and Val. Take a picture. And
Come get a photo.
Exactly, yeah. Stop by and say what's up, and also, show some love to Sirenscape. But yeah, this is our Team Veritas. It's basically a. Before I get into Team Veritas. Hold on one second. Let me first remind everybody, make sure you subscribe and follow to Cybernation Uncensored here on Twitch and also on YouTube. But also, I want to take a moment to give a shout out to the Patreon supporters. It really means a lot, and I know we've been getting kind of an influx of new supporters there, also some new gameplay and expansions and things going on there, so I wanted to make sure I didn't miss that out. With all the glitches going on today, I almost forgot. So let me dive into that and give a shout out to Kevin Moreno, who was just here in chat giving a big sub. Some of our team members here: Joseph Holder, Naomi Madlass, William Huddleston, Jamie Minch, John Erfurt, Leaded Coffee, Michael Edmonds, aka Kira, Chris Anderson, Matt James, who's GM Reservoir Panda. Rumors have it he might be coming back to the channel soon, which is very cool. Roten, aka Renegade 420, Revolver Gray, Samurai Max, Steve Barr of Sirenscape, Zeno, Zach, who's GM Capricious Nature, also runs teams for us every week. Cyber Smiley, part of Data Fortress, and Cyber Smiley, they run the Tales from the Forlorn Dopes, the first and third Wednesday of every month. When we're not running our Wednesdays for Team Veritas, they're running Tales of the Forlorn Dopes on the channel, so tune into that. Raven, Andy, Stress and Copious Salt, Derek, Lawrence, Daniel, Terry, Alex, Maxwell, Nicholas, King, hey, Tracy Goodwin, aka Stink Palm. Hey, what's up? I saw Stink Palm in chat as well earlier, so I'll give a shout out there. Yeah, didn't want to miss out on that Patreon. I know we've been having lots of glitches today, little fumbling up in my brain, but I wanted to backtrack for a second, make sure I don't miss that. Now let's get into the gameplay. So this is Team Veritas. Basically, they run a media corporation trying to break stories and bring a little truth to Night City. Check out the previous VOD on the Cybernation Uncensored YouTube channel, the previous campaigns, and learn all about the team and the things that they've been through. They've actually cycled through past team members as well, which we've had like Miss Magitech, Wandering DM. So check that out, as well as numerous NPC encounters, plot twists. Yeah, check out all the VODs. Learn about the team, because right now they're not in Night City. They actually made their way to Los Angeles. They're over there for Cynthia's uncle, who asked them in the last campaign to come to LA. He has kind of an issue going on and needs some help. So the last session, the team basically made it into LA, got through the Neon Wall, had some rough encounters with some scavvers and rough people before they made it into LA, but then made it to Cynthia's uncle's big business complex building in the heart of downtown LA. Got to talk with him a little bit, getting a little bit of a tiff, finding out that the situation is a little bit stickier than thought. The uncle apparently put a hit on someone way back in the day when he was younger, trying to come up as an exec, made some pretty bad decisions right there, but has since changed and is now leading up his corporation as a division of the LA Power. I'll get all the details here in a moment when we dive in, but he basically is running perpetual power silos, trying to bring power to Los Angeles. They got a big grant for it that the council gave them, and yeah, that's basically what they've been going through over the years, basically building up his company before they got this grant. And now that they got this, they're kind of in the spotlight. It was a little bit of competition with other companies and people kind of trying to get this grant in this position. And after they got it, someone started blackmailing the uncle, basically bringing up the past, saying, I know what you did. You put this hit on this person when you were younger and stuff, and I'm going to bring it up to public light, make your company look bad and you look bad, and possibly the city will take away the grant and such or whatever. So he's been having to pay out this person, this anonymous email that came in. And that's about all that the team knows. They really didn't get a chance to dive in, talk to anybody at the office, get into the email, just explore or do anything, because they just basically got to talk to the uncle. It was nighttime. They got put up in a hotel. They went to the hotel. I believe it was Cynthia and Looper decided to go grab a bite to eat, a little date night. possibly like little sparks emerging amongst the team members here. But they went out for a little date night, grabbed some dinner, and kind of talk about what Cynthia just went over with the uncle. And in the meantime, Phoenix, Wolf, and Kira decided to go grab some and eat, separately with some of Cynthia's minions. She is an exec. She has, you have Emma, who's your net runner, and then you have the new, the tech. What was his name? I have it here.
Yes, I don't remember.
Yeah, I've got it here in these notes, but I've got so many notes here, it'll take me a moment. But yeah, they went out with the tech, with Emma, the net runner, and they're kind of just grabbing something to eat. And, it's Jax Escalera.
Yes.
Jax Escalera, he's a tech, but he also goes by Anchor. So his handle is Anchor. So Anchor and Emma. So Wolf, Phoenix, Kira out with them. Cynthia and Looper out on kind of a date night to kind of discuss things. What I'm going to do is, let's see here. And the Uncle's company, it's a branch of LA Energy, basically, an energy recycling program, doing the perpetual energy silos that I mentioned. But yeah, let me bring up some Sirenscape sounds, bring in the team into a restaurant here as they're grabbing a bite to eat. And I'll let you take it in character and role play it away. Let's start with Cynthia and Looper as you're sitting down. You've already ordered. The food has been served. It's a fairly busy restaurant. It's just the hotel lobby restaurant. In fact, you can see Wolf, Phoenix, Kira, Anchor, and Emma across the bar on the other side of the restaurant kind of doing their thing. But I'll let you guys start it off. Cynthia and Looper sitting down for a bite to eat. Go for it.
LA, right?
Yeah, it was a long ride.
Yeah.
Longer conversation.
Longer conversation, yeah. So your uncle, a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, shush. Keep it down.
I mean, they're gone. No one can hear us.
Yeah, but we don't know who's listening in.
All right, but do you think that he could spill, or maybe do we? I mean, we don't have to talk about work. We can. Would you like some wine or something?
Love a glass of wine.
Great.
I could definitely use one right now.
I don't know where the damn waiter is, but
We'll get to it. I say we save that conversation for later with my uncle, just for the sake of privacy and to kind of give privacy to the team. I just need some time to,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Beautiful city, though.
Yeah, it's my hometown. Welcome.
What do you think they're talking about, though?
I have no idea.
Let's take it over to Wolf, Phoenix, Kira, Anchor, and Emma. Everybody's sitting. You were sat at a fairly large round table in the restaurant. Again, it's the hotel lobby. You can see Looper and Cynthia, like I said, across the bar, across the restaurant. Busy, loud, everybody's eating. But you do have them in the visuals. But you all three are sitting there. I'll let you take it from there. And your food as well has already been ordered, served. You're all eating, enjoying yourselves.
Wow, is this real steak? Is this supposed to be real steak? Is this meat? Is this
I don't
meat?
think so.
I'm not sure if this was ever alive, but it says it's meat.
Right then,
It was grown.
the waitress walks over, overhearing it. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hear you need some more real meat flavoring? She opens up, kind of like a pepper cruncher, but it's like real meat powder. Do you want some real meat flavoring on that? Here,
Yeah, right here on top.
Yeah, she kind of grinds some of that powder on there. Now it tastes like real steak. Extra steak. Extra steaky. There you go.
Extra.
Thank you.
She
This
walks
is pretty good.
Oh Lord, I can smell it.
And only in LA. We don't get this back in Night City.
I know,
No,
this is kind of fancy.
They never get the flavor right. It's all wrong.
Oh, this is pretty good, though. I don't know.
We do need to have a little chit chat about our two little lovebirds in our group.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Did you hear anything when they were talking? I know your hearing's a lot better than mine.
But I was too big. I was still a little buzzed from the car ride, which was a blast, by the way. Your driving is amazing. But about her uncle or something. I don't know. Something fishy going on there. But them two being a couple, we got to make sure they don't wind up wandering off when we're all a team. That's
But you know
dangerous.
what happens though? That means somebody's gonna be watching out for the other one. They're not gonna be paying attention to the whole team. You know, one of them's gonna sit there and go, "Oh, he's gonna get in trouble. I gotta go run save him." And you know how Looper is anyway. He's constantly running off into danger, and then she's gonna get put in danger, and then the whole team's gonna be in danger. I don't know if I like us. You know, it never works out good work relationships.
I know. We need to set boundaries on them. When we're on missions, they're not a couple.
We've never had much problems in our family, Nomad family, with relations. I mean, we work with the family all the time, so I mean,
Different. That's breeding and being family. This is just something who's hooking up. Not
Yeah,
even family.
they might be family.
Oh,
Down
let's
the
not
road.
get there yet. Let's
Hooking
not
up?
rush into anything. Let's not rush into anything. We don't. I think that's like one of their first or second date. This is not even. Way too early for any of this.
That's true. But they shouldn't be over there on the other side of the restaurant from us.
Yeah.
It should be a big group.
Anchor leans in. I didn't realize that. So they're dating. So Cynthia's dating Looper. That's what's going on. And then Emma leans in. Yeah, I was kind of getting a feeling of that, to be honest, for a while.
Seems like, I mean, there's been some sparks flying for a while, it looks like.
Those
They
two.
deserve a little privacy, I think, right?
And then
But
back
Not
at
when
the
we're on
expense of
missions.
the team. That's right, not at the expense of the team.
and back over to Cynthia and Looper.
Do you think
Well,
that?
The only thing, and just so everybody knows, the only thing on the table, which Cynthia has mentioned, Cynthia didn't mention, the turmoil, the tension, the shit that she went through with the uncle, that conversation. She didn't really get into that with anyone yet, really. I know Looper, I believe he overheard it, right? We had that perception thing. And then Phoenix had a sort of perception thing, not to know exactly what was going on there, but she got the good perception to know that Cynthia said to Looper, hey, something's up with my uncle, we should talk. So she knows, Phoenix kind of has the hint that something serious or fishy's going on with the uncle. She knows it's something serious. Wolf and Kira didn't pick up on too much of that. They know they're here to help the uncle, but they have no idea. But yeah, the only other thing is Cynthia mentioned to everyone, like, hey, tonight we'll sleep in the hotel, grab some to eat, whatever. Tomorrow we're going to have dinner at my aunt and uncle's, so we can all meet the aunt and uncle and sit down and chat and have some dinner. So that's the only other thing that everybody knows. Other than that, it's pretty open, so everyone can engage in conversation about, if anybody wants to talk about the uncle, the Cynthia stuff. Planning, that sort of thing. Otherwise, just let me know if you want to streamline to the next day or to the dinner or whatever. Just feel free to role play it or play it however you guys want. I'll let you take it from there. But Cynthia and Looper, back to you two.
I mean, I'd be fine with streamlining, but also at the same time, like, you'd be like, all right, that was steak-ish. I don't.
I mean, it's an expensive city, but you'll be hard pressed to find like actual natural ingredients here too. It's the way of the world.
I just assume that with your upbringing, you got some real steak sometimes.
I feel like it's a common misconception.
Hmm.
I get a lot of that, honestly. I think
Do you
because
think we should?
I grew up
sorry.
comfortably, I grew up happy. That's not necessarily on the same plane. But anyways,
Do you want to grab a drink up at the bar? Meet up with Flying Eyes up there.
yeah, let's do that. Cynthia seems definitely like in her own head at the time. Like she just kind of seems like a little bits away.
Yeah, and Wolf, Phoenix, and Kira, as you're finishing up your meal, is there any other conversations you want to have amongst yourselves before you notice Cynthia and Looper going to the bar and gesturing for you to join?
The problem with this real meat flavoring, it's everything just starts tasting the same. The faux steak tastes like the faux mashed potatoes, tastes like the faux salad. It's just all the same. Ugh.
Tastes
Yeah.
very steaky.
Yeah, these mashed potatoes taste just like steak too. I think she got some real meat flavoring on those. Yeah. But back to those two over there. I think, this is family business with her. I mean, if she wants us to help, she's going to tell us. Otherwise, there's nothing we can do. And eventually, she's probably going to want us to help. Otherwise, it'll be a long trip for a short stay, and then we drive back.
As long as I don't get killed, I'm good.
Hopefully, we came to LA for a reason. I mean, we did waste a
It's
lot of
money.
fuel getting up here.
Yeah. I've cheated death a whole lot of times, and I don't want to meet it in L.A.
No.
Let's not forget, Kira also ramp jumped that school bus at one point. Got kind of crazy on the way with the school bus. So like,
Yeah,
hopefully
if you
it's
haven't
worth
saw
it.
the last stream, make sure you go back and catch the last stream of that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Amazing driving.
absolutely
Amazing
incredible.
driving.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, you
I'm
can
still
all.
gonna go back and double check over the school bus too.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say you guys, wrap up, you pay a little more casual conversation with the team and the minions, and then you join Cynthia and Looper at the bar for a drink, just to kind of, nightcap your night and wrap it up before you get some sleep in the hotel room. So you all are at the bar now.
Hey guys, how we doing? How you guys liking LA so far? I mean, it's been pretty exciting.
A lot of fashion going around. Keep
Yeah.
my hands to myself so I don't pickpocket some of these cute little jewelry I see on these people.
Oh, honey, do as you please. I doubt half these people even care if you took anything.
Don't encourage me. Don't encourage me. I'm
I like
encourageable.
shiny bubbles too.
They're enjoying their steaks too much.
I got some of that flavor in my cocktails, so.
It's the weirdest Bloody Mary ever.
Looper definitely had his mirror shades off during the dinner with Cynthia, but back at the bar, he's wears his mirror shades. Round for everybody. Nightcap?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't drink. You got something halfway decent? Do you have like water? Real water, not
Bartender.
not the glowing kind of water.
I mean, we have
Real water.
we
Glowing
do.
type of water.
No, we do. I mean, it's 20 eddies a glass. You've got
Oof,
That's fine.
bougie.
sure, nice.
Water's a hot commodity here.
Who also
They're giving away the liquor.
and thanks Rufio
Yeah.
+2 for the team.
Awesome.
Got that down.
I'm good on my cocktails. I'm still buzzing.
Do you guys want to have a team huddle in the morning before we head over to dinner?
I think that would be a great idea.
All right.
I can
Yes, you
understand
got to give
that.
us an informant on how to behave around your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably fair.
Well, obviously we know something's up too, so we got your back, but you gotta let us know. Don't walk into anything blind.
Well, if he knows better than anybody, I'm all about full transparency. I'm not one of those other execs that like to keep secrets. I don't see the use in it. Besides, you guys aren't just my teammates. You guys are my friends. So I feel like you deserve to know the drill.
They say, "Help us, help you."
Anyway,
Ashley.
for right now, let's not talk about that. Let's drink, get hammered, possibly, little hammered, and then we'll deal with it in the morning. It's a tomorrow Cynthia problem.
Hey,
Well, if I get hammered off what I'm drinking, me and this bartender are gonna have a chat.
That ain't water.
I'm gonna need you to loosen up, Wolf. Have just a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to see me when I get drunk. It's not a pretty sight. Too many memories.
It sounds embarrassing. That's like a home drunkenness. You don't want to be out embarrassed with Wolf out in public. I seen it. And he's too big of a man for us to pick him up.
I'm
I mean, it's bad luck not to toast when you're in a new town.
well,
We already toast. We have to be
I also
flavoring.
just made that up.
I was about to say, what?
Yeah, I've been clear for quite a few years now, Phoenix.
All right.
Since the last
I
time
won't
we
be
worked together.
anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So
Well, that's good because I didn't think the last time we literally had to carry you.
And
Is that how I got back? I wondered how I got back. How did you carry me?
that's literally for us to know and you for to never find out, man.
Power because I'm a pretty lady. I just have other people do it.
That's for us to know and you never find out.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can source everything. Why would I think otherwise?
All right,
It was a wheelbarrow.
With that, I'm going to finish this, and I will bid you all good night.
You be doing our beauty sleeps. Let's get back to that hotel.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm ready for a bed.
Yeah, the team can get some sleep. The uncle
Kira
picks you
heads
up.
to the bus and starts checking it over, make for any damage to the, the shocks and all that stuff from the jump, and just to make sure the bus is in condition. And then she goes to bed on the bus. She doesn't even bother going into the room for the hotel.
Yeah, the only thing with the bus, I just brought up the imagery too for chat so they could see it. I pulled it up there from Roll20 because it's very unique. I think it's worth taking a look at. And colored by, was it your niece or somebody? Who?
My nephew.
Or your
Julian.
nephew. Nice. Yeah, I'll bring it up one more time. So there it is. Looks awesome. But yeah, the only thing wrong with the bus, in perfect condition, shocks from the jump, all that stuff. But it did take some bullet hits, didn't it? I believe it did take a little bit of damage.
Yep.
It didn't even get through the SP versus SDP or whatever. I can't remember if you had armor on it, but I know it didn't get all the way through. But other than
it's got 42 of 70 left.
Yeah, so just bunch of bullet holes and stuff like that into the metal, but nothing all the way through or significant. But it looks good, yeah, and you get some sleep out there. The rest of the team noticing Kira is not making use of her hotel room, goes to the bus. The rest of you go to your rooms, get some sleep, wake up the next morning. You can meet up, grab some breakfast from the lobby, do a little morning conversation. Let's start the morning of everyone meeting up in the lobby, maybe a little bit hungover, but I'd like to at least hear what each character dreamt about last night. I don't think we've done that for a while with Team Veritas, or if at all with the new players. But yeah, everybody wakes up after a slight hangover, with the exception of Wolf. In a new city, in a new place after some crazy travel and a huge launch on that bus. Let's not forget that. I'll mention it again. But let's go around the table. Everyone kind of in character. Describe what their dream was last night. Let's start it with Looper.
I had a dream last night that Madam President of the United States was trying to get me to chill out for Arasaka, which was weird. They pushed out Arasaka, so it was a very weird and odd, strange dream. All of you were in it, not in a good way. I'd like to forget last night.
Okay, then.
How are you?
What about Cynthia? Do you want to respond to that? Your dream?
Well, I can't say mine was much better. I was in a circus walking on a tightrope. Lots of camera flashes. And then I fell, and then I woke up. So, got that going for me.
What about Wolf?
Yeah. So coming into LA brought back a whole lot of memories from the war, and they just went right through my dreams. I was back on the front lines. Explosions going off. Kept seeing flashes of my new friends going down and not being able to save them. And then I turned, saw another big flash, and then I woke up. Not sure what that means, but couldn't be good.
What about Phoenix?
Is Phoenix the only one that had a good dream? Because mine was flying high in my dream. I was in a little car going flying like I was driving, but I wasn't really driving, but it was just flying away, just on cloud nine. And then when the alarm went off, that really pissed me off. But yeah, I was just dreaming I was just flying in the car. All over the place. That's all.
What about Kira?
Yeah, I had a dream last night too. It was interesting. I was back in Japan, where I was as a teenager, but I was an adult and I haven't been there for years. So, I wonder what that means. I'll have to reflect on that later.
Yeah, and you have your early evening dinner at Cynthia's uncle's and aunt's house. So till then, you can have some breakfast. Maybe go over the plan, like you said last night. Let's get some sleep, and tomorrow let's go over what's going on with the uncle and kind of discuss things before we go to dinner. So why don't you do that now while you're eating breakfast?
Oh, this place isn't nearly as good as that diner up there in the Marina District. Donna's not here.
I'm inclined to actually agree with you.
You want steak flavoring in your cornflakes?
Donna always brings a smile to our table, and and this is I don't know. It's just not the same.
There's no love in it.
There's no place like home, even if home is Night City.
Well, I'm just eating. I don't know if it's porridge or what it is, but it's mushy.
Ugh.
It's something filling. I don't know what it is though. I got it out of that little pump right there.
It's porridge.
I don't know.
It's not what I thought it was.
Wet dog food?
Really?
I'm not sure.
It's kind of yellow. I thought it was eggs. Or synth egg or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
It
Yeah,
doesn't taste
I'm not gonna lie.
bad, 'cause
I
I put
walked
some
right past
sugar
that
on
one.
it. Made it sweet. Whatever this fake sweet stuff is.
Oh, scary. Okay.
I just opted for the bagel.
You found one?
I did. I got down here early before everyone else did, so I got the bagel.
Well, I had to get
I had
my
to put an
makeup
old
all
lady for it.
pretty.
I had to push her down, but I got a bagel.
Well, I had to get all pretty. I wasn't gonna rush to get down yet.
Well, I'll Synth, I'll leave it to you to let everyone know what's the deal.
Let me start by saying that this conversation does not leave this table. But, Cynthia seems to pause for a moment, really considering her words. But I want to be completely honest with all of you. My uncle's in quite a predicament. And honestly, I'm going to leave it up to you guys if you guys want to keep pursuing this. Because honestly, I can go either way. I'm not particularly happy with the situation at hand. My uncle apparently, when he was in his younger days, decided that putting a hit out on somebody was going to be best for action. And now somebody found out about it and is blackmailing him in his business for it. He wants us to find who that person is.
Oh.
Well, the person that he blackmailed, is that person dead, or it was just?
I have no idea yet. That's why.
It's not a person that he blackmailed. He's being blackmailed for somebody.
Well, what I meant was
the
the person. Yeah, the person that put the hit on. Did that person die? The hit on person.
I'm assuming so.
It's not like most executives haven't done that in their past, so why is this such a big deal?
He's always been very high and mighty about his persona as an exec, being the good guy type of deal. Straight edge, yeah.
And
So
There's a lot of other.
I was gonna say, and they
go
just
ahead.
got that city grant, so that's the other thing that is kind of making it a lot of execs, a lot of people do hits, and there's Merc boards out there. Everyone knows about that shit, But yeah, in this situation, he's trying to be a good person since those days. He's running his business, trying to be kind of a good exec, like Cynthia just said. But the other side of that too is, they just got that big grant to do the perpetual energy thing. And it's not a good time to look bad. That grant could possibly get taken away. Maybe the city will make an example out of him because now he's in the public eye. So that's kind of the issue that's going on right now.
Exactly.
Do you know what kind of proof that this blackmailer has brought before him?
To be honest, I basically told him that I was going to talk to the team and make a decision at dinner tonight.
It seems safer than our last job.
Who was the hit on?
Don't know. I didn't ask. Trust me, a lot of that conversation was me yelling at him, not necessarily me getting more information from him.
Girl, you went in there hot on your uncle.
Oh, definitely, yeah. There's a lot of personal stuff behind that, but
I kind of picked up that he's always been kind of high and mighty with you, and for him to come by across like this, I can imagine you would have a word or two for him.
I definitely did. You'd be correct.
Huh. Oh.
Well, job's a job. So
Works for me. I mean, this is a lot safer than trying to take down an entire crime family. At least we got away at the moment.
And
Yeah, that's true.
could be some net runner, could be some crime family, could be a number of them.
We don't really have much information to go off right now. I just wanted to get a general feel from you guys to see where you guys wanted to do with this. I didn't want to make ironically, I didn't want to make an executive decision on this one. I have a personal stake in the matter, so I felt it was wrong for me to make a decision on the matter without having input of my team.
As far as I'm concerned,
we don't run from corrupt bastards.
what was that?
I said we don't run from corrupt bastards. Corrupt bastards run from us.
I mean, yeah.
What was that, Kira?
as far as me, I mean, it's your family. You helped me with mine. I'll go whichever way you decide.
Phoenix, Wolf?
Oh, I'm all about money, so this,
I should have known.
long as you don't get me killed, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, anytime we can make some money on the side, sure. I don't see any problem. This, like I said, seems a lot safer than what we were just doing. A few weeks ago, a week or so ago, we were under the contract to be killed by every Russian mafia in Night City. So
Yeah, this should be a piece of cake.
yeah, this seems much simpler. There's got to be a whole lot more to it than what we know.
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like there's definitely going to be details that are going to come out. All right. So if we're all in, we're in.
All in.
Yeah, and both Emma.
Well, I suppose then we're gonna have to.
Was that
go ahead.
Looper?
I said I suppose we're just gonna have to find out more at dinner then about.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the idea was.
Yeah, and Emma and Anchor both lean in between eating breakfast and you guys kind of handling the conversation. Just to back you up, Cynthia, both of them just kind of say quietly, mainly to you, Cynthia, not really addressing the team, just saying, whatever you decide, we're there.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. As far as dinner goes, casual, but nice. Keep your clothes clean. Table manners, if you have any. I don't think they expect much from us. Sure as hell they never expected much from me, so we're going to take advantage of that.
Keep it classy.
I apologize. Out of character. I'll be right back. Just need to give my dog some insulin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Sure, yeah.
It'll take 2 minutes.
BRB.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're having some time between the meal and the dinner tonight, correct?
Yeah, what we'll say is, that you finish up breakfast, you kind of go over that plan. We're going to meet up and go do dinner with, aunt and uncle a little bit later this evening. It's in the early evening, late afternoon, But in the meantime, yeah, everyone can go back to the hotel, kind of change their clothes, freshen up. You could even run around LA if there's any little things you want to do. Obviously, we'll streamline to the dinner. But let's use this moment while Will's taking care of Doggy and the insulin stuff to do that. Let's see, while you're changing your clothes. And if you also want to describe what you're wearing, too, any of these things are fun. I'll let you take it from there. You can start it off, Kira.
I would like to try to... the amount of damage that was done to the bus, I mean, would that be a minor damage, or... I'd like to try to repair some of the vehicle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, you could do that. We'll say during the day, you can source some materials, and even Anchor can work on it a bit with you. You being a nomad, having the drive vehicle, him with the tech skills. We'll say, do you have at least, how much damage did it take? And was that to SP or SD?
28. It was 70. It doesn't have armor.
Okay, so just SPP,
So
typical
it's just
vehicle.
70, and it took 28. It took 15 and then 13, so 28 total.
Okay, cool. We'll say 300 eddies if you have it. just in materials. Normally a shop might charge you like 500 to restore all HP from typical damages that don't go all the way down. Cosmetically, maybe or a couple hundred, we'll say, like 200 in materials. You do have a tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Anchor works on that. Only takes him a couple hours, maybe another hour or two of running around to get materials. And that's what Kira and Anchor end up doing up until the dinner time. Just got to spend pretty much the day getting the bus back to normal. And now it looks good. It's not just repaired, it looks good. It looks back the way it
Gave it
was.
a shine and wax.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Looper just going over what everyone's doing up to the moment of dinner. Kira just asked Cynthia if she could lend Anchor to come and help do some tech work on the van with her to fix it up. So that's what they just did. They spent some money on materials, got the van back to normal. What did Phoenix do other than freshening up?
Phoenix ran over and she saw a little boutique, and she found a cute little dress that she bought. Actually, she kind of bought it. And then she kind of ran out, but she went upstairs and changed into this cute little red dress she found, put on her little bomber jacket back on, and then she changed her eye color to bright blue because she wanted to be all like, and she put up her hair really high to Jesus. She got a big old hair up for Jesus because she's going on to feeding.
Oh, yeah. What is it? The higher the hair, the closer to Jesus.
Mm-hmm. She got it up there, even though she ain't religious, but she know her hair got to be up there for Jesus.
Oh yeah. Wolf, what did you do up to the moment of going to dinner? What's Wolf up to?
Well, I kind of hung around and watched Kira and then work on the bus for a while, and then I kind of looked at my clothes and I went upstairs and I washed off all the blood that was on them, so they're at least presentable. Cleaned them off real good, dusted them, make sure that they look nice, and made sure I was wearing my newest leathers.
Nice. And Looper is first off, out of character. Will able to take care of doggy? Good to go. Insulin and
yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so back
Thank you. Sorry about
No, not at all. I mean, we love pets here at Cybernation Uncensored. All streams, kitties, puppies, furry, scaly. I don't care if it's a snake, lizard, doggy, whatever. If you've seen our streams, we love all pets and animals. They're our babies. You can see Joe in the background right there, Val, standing at the door in her frame. That's our boy Joe. But yeah, absolutely. Anytime you got to take care of the doggy, especially if it's as serious as the insulin and stuff like that, like just go ahead, just take care of it, and we can get back to it. But Looper, we're just streamlining up to the moment of dinner. What would Looper do other than kind of freshening up, changing clothes from the suggestion of Cynthia? What else would he be doing today?
Filling up old Betsy, making sure that's his shoulder cam's gonna be able to spring up at will and all nice and squeaky, no squeaks. Also reviewing, making sure that some of his memory chips that he has are clear and don't have anything that he's going to be overwriting or anything like that. So getting everything squared away for the job.
Oh yeah, clearing out the chips from old evidence of previous campaigns, all that stuff, oiling up the machine, yeah, all that good stuff. And also a shout out to Stiletto Assassin, April. The content manager there at Modifius also runs the initiative order. We love April. She also plays in my team Nevermore every Saturday right here. So yeah, shout out to April. I saw her there in chat. But Cynthia, other than freshening up clothes a little bit and getting ready for dinner, what would she be doing during the day? And also let me know, other than Anchor going and helping Kira with the van, what would Emma be doing? What would you have Emma do today too? But Cynthia first.
So it'd probably be me and Emma doing a little bit of research, trying to get some preliminary information about an instance where someone disappeared or got murdered, like going back a few years, trying to see if we can kind of point out where exactly it could have happened to get some good ideas. Taking time to kind of like group together and realize, like, all right, what do we need as far as information goes to make sure we can have the best start possible.
Nice. Yeah, you kind of organize your thoughts and information, at least what you've gotten so far, which isn't a lot, but at least something, kind of just getting your thoughts together. What would you have Emma do today? Just hang out with you, or is there any sort of things that she needs to do?
If she needed supplies, I would definitely let her go do the thing first before she came back to help me out. Or she just wanted to go shop and get some new clothes. You know.
Yeah, we'll say, she gets some new clothes, spends some of the eddies that she got paid from you from the previous campaigns and getting hooked up. Maybe freshens up the wardrobe a little, maybe a couple new programs for her cyber deck so she can be a better net runner for the team. But yeah, everyone kind of handles their things during the day, and we'll take it to the evening. It's early evening. It's about that time to get over to Cynthia's uncle's house, aunt and uncle. It's Uncle Lucia, or is it Uncle
Lucia?
Lucia, and
Yes.
Aunt Vonica. And so Uncle Lucia and Aunt Vonica are over there in the Hollywood area, in the hills. It's a kind of stepping stone up to the nicer sort of exec. When you pass those mountains into kind of the Palisades and Malibu and higher up on the mountains, it kind of separates from the valley, which is all just compact towers of living complexes. But your aunt and uncle are kind of in that in between, a step up from the normal average citizen, not as low obviously as the compact, huge living towers and stuff in the valley, but not quite all the way over to the Palisades in Malibu and up in those McMansion sort of living things, But you make your way over there, a nice neighborhood as you pass through Hollywood, and make your way a little bit up into the hill through these streets and up into their house, where you're greeted at the door by your Aunt Vonica. The second you kind of get up there, and before Kira can even put it in park and everyone can get out, Vonica's already running up to the van and looking at you and just, oh my god, and just like waving her hands, waiting for you to get out. Excited to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a while. So then just kind of like looks over and smiles at her, and then like waits for the car to stop, and then like hops out. Hi,
She's like,
awesome
oh,
friend.
Nayeli. What's Cynthia's real name? Is it?
Oh yeah,
Nayeli?
it's yeah.
I can't remember if I wrote it down how it's pronounced or spelled, but I have it as Nayeli. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Nayeli.
Cool. Yeah. When you get out, she refers to you as that right away, and just, oh, Nayeli, it's been so long. Well, I guess I forgot. You go by Cynthia now. That's fine. It's been forever.
It's okay.
She starts giving you a hug. And thanks for coming down, and thanks for bringing your friends. She waves to everybody.
Yeah, no problem. It's nice to see you too. She gives her a hug back. I'll give you a rundown of the roster of my friends. So we have Looper, Wolf, Phoenix, Kira. We also have Emma here and Mr. Anchor.
Nice, awesome.
These are all
Yeah,
my friends.
You're all welcome. I'm glad you could all come for dinner. And then she looks to you, Cynthia. So, as you know, Uncle Lucia is just... He's still a mess. If you want, I still have another hour of prepping food and stuff. If you guys want to go and meet with him, feel free and chat, and then we can sit down and have some dinner.
Yeah. Where is he in? What room is he in?
He's in the study.
Okay,
So yeah,
gotcha.
when you enter, it's a small house, but nice. It's a step up from your typical sort of canap or even cube living and such. You can see there's a bedroom off to the side. There's a kitchen, bathroom, a sort of living room and dining room area with the balcony that kind of overlooks the steps down the hill where you can see into Hollywood and downtown, but you can't really see into downtown through the thick fog, sort of smog pudding that hangs in the air, that smoggy, nasty pollution shit. But yeah, beyond that, next to the bedroom is his office. The door's open. You can see him in there on his desk messing around on his computer.
She gives like a light couple knocks on the door.
Oh, hey, you made it. Yeah, all of you, come on in. Come on in, welcome.
Okay. Cynthia visibly strains her shoulders, takes a deep breath, obviously steadying herself or trying to center herself.
Step up. Sir, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
I'm sure you got to
kind
come
of
to my
leaning up
friend.
against the wall, wiping some grease that she realizes is still on her face.
I found the first chair and sit down.
Yeah, nice to see you again, sir.
Yeah, nice to see you too, Looper. And again, I know Cynthia's here. We're family, and she's here to try to help. And I'm sure she's filled you in that we need help, and it's going to take more than just her. So again, I appreciate all of you coming here with her and considering helping the family and helping me and my company. This whole situation is just, it's been horrible, to say the least.
No doubt. And also I want to mention that Loop, he doesn't, like, old Betsy's is still in his shoulder here, but he does have cyber audio as an audio recorder as well. So he just silently turns that on so that just starts recording audio. Stressful situation sounds like. I mean, any major details you can give us? Any leads?
Well, I mean, that's, why I called you here, is so we could discuss this. I mean, I'll tell you everything I know, and then, you can take it from there. You have free reign of the office, anything you need in the city. I'll try to help where I can. I guess I should take it back a ways. And he closes his laptop screen and just kind of sits up. You can tell he's choosing his words wisely. You can tell he's taking this serious. This started for me as a young adult. I mean, hell, I was still a teenager. And I'm not trying to make excuses. Let me first say that. And Cynthia, I know me and Aunt Vaughn were hard on you, and it's because we always wanted the best for you. And I know we always talk about leading by example, and I always do what's right. But I made a mistake in the past, and the only reason why I would never bring this up is because I don't want to influence those I care about. I don't want their opinion to change of me, and I don't want them to change their opinion of the world and start changing how you act. We raised you to be an amazing woman, and you are. And I don't want that to change. But anyways, when I was younger, coming up, I did like a lot of people do. I hit a merc board. I hired, one of those anonymous mercs to take out a little competition. There was another young exec. We were both kind of gunning for the same spot. It was that distribution company is nothing, I wish I never did it, because I didn't even commit to that company. It's not even what I ended up getting into power, and now I'm running what we're doing here. But regardless, I did what I did. I paid through the merc board to take out the competition. This young guy probably didn't deserve it. He didn't even have family or anything. I thought it would just be clean and done, and honestly, it was. It went exactly as planned. The guy did the job. He disappeared. I got the gig, And then, lucky for me, years later, the third corporate war happened. The third corp war was all on the net, obviously, and I don't know how much, Cynthia, I know you hated studying history, but the third corp war, it was pretty much online. Everything was through the net. It was very corp driven, obviously, but through the process they started cleaning out the net records, all the merc boards. They didn't want any traces to their execs from the shady shit they were doing during the war to gain leverage. They even put out real hits on actual fixers around the city. I mean, it was the big fixer run of 20 whatever, and it was hell. I mean, it was hell for the city, but it was good for me. I mean, all records were kind of cleared out. The net was fucked. Fixers that ran boards were taken out. There was no more record of what I did. I figured, okay, no one would know, and this would it'd
Did
be
you ever
done.
keep a paper trail? Like a little black book or anything?
No, I would never keep record of any of this. And I thought I was in the clear up until now, after all these years. What has it been, 20, 30 years later?
Yeah.
And new business, new everything. We finally get this grant. Things are looking up. We got the perpetual energy silos running. I mean, we're severely behind schedule, and now with someone siphoning off money through the blackmail, it's putting us way behind. But I'm still confident in the work we're doing. I just can't continue being blackmailed, and I can't risk it coming out, even though it's been nullified. And I mean, hell, even at the time, the mayor even said because of all of that they were going to nullify any found records if any did come up, and they tried to clear the way so corporations would feel comfortable coming back to the city. All that, like, even if it was nullified, it's about the rep, it's about the company. The grant that we got is, it's 10 million eddies over the next 10 years projected, with a big interest rate that's reinvested back in. I mean, this thing could really snowball into something big, and they know it. And if I look bad, they'll probably take it, and then we'll owe what's been spent. The whole project is done. I'm done.
You'll be left destitute.
Hold up.
I don't know what to do.
Hold up here. If all records were erased and you don't have a paper trail,
how did they find out?
Yeah, how do you know this is a credible threat? How do you know?
Because how would they know?
My bet would be someone who was in the room.
That every exec did it back in the day, pretty much. They probably just took a shot in the dark. How do you know they haven't hit up tons of other corpos like you, claiming the exact same thing, hoping someone bites? Phishing scam.
Or it could be the hitman himself.
I was gonna say it might have been someone who's actually in the room with you guys.
Yeah.
When you made the deal, that would be my best bet, because who else would know? There's no paper trail, like you said. There's no data from the Merc boards by then.
Phoenix. I think you're onto something there.
So you said that the guy disappeared. The other guy, the one that was your competition. Did he disappear, or was he found dead?
No, I mean, he pretty much was found dead. I mean, he was.
Do you remember his name?
He was gone. Bradenton.
I mean, do you know who the hitman was?
He had no. I have no idea. It was one of those anonymous Merc boards. I trusted it because it's what people were doing, and it worked.
It worked a little too well, or not very well at all. Depends how you look at it.
Well, like somebody else might have been keeping records, though.
It's gotta be those hitman whoever collect money.
How do you spell
you to that board?
How do you spell Reddington? Reddington.
Bradenton.
Bradenton. Sorry. So Braid INGTUN.
Yeah, BRADENTON.
So I take it this guy came to you. He said, "Hey, I know you had Bradenton killed. You're gonna have to start paying me, or I'm start talking."
I mean, in lesser words, I guess it happened. I got an email, like I told you, Cynthia, in the office yesterday. It came in just about a week ago or so.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't been going on for very long.
No, not at all. I mean, I called you after the first payment went through. I sent through the first payment. I'm trying to keep it on,
Are you using any type of alias or anything for the payments? Or is it just anonymous transfers of funds?
I'm wiring it to some anonymous account overseas. And believe me, I already looked into it. I mean, I didn't tell my accountant. I didn't tell anybody to look. I mean, I tried to look into it, but I just see an anonymous account overseas. The email came in. It looks anonymous. I don't know how to track these things. You know me, honey. I'm an exec at heart. I'm not a netrunner. I'm not a tech. I'm not a solo. I don't deal with these sort of things, and it's a regretful thing of the past, and now it's come back to bite me in the ass. I just don't know how to handle it. You can tell he's kind of getting frustrated. He's getting a little teary-eyed and stuff.
Okay. Does he have any? Do you know if Bradenton has any points of contact? His friends or family? Who was his boss? Directly overseeing. Did he have any assistants?
Well, that's what I was going to ask next, actually. Emma.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor when you get the chance? Doesn't have to be right now. It could be after dinner. I need you to look up Bradenton, all coroner records. When did you say this happened? About 30 years ago?
Yeah, your uncle explains, right prior to the third court.
Do you remember season, month, anything of more detail?
Yeah, he gives you all the details of the month.
Okay.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It's one of my biggest regrets. It gives you all those details. And I can tell you, Bradenton, he had no family. It's part of the reason I didn't feel as bad as I probably should have. I was young and dumb, but You know, he was an
I'm not
asshole. He was a
necessarily-
bully, and he had no family, and I did what I had to.
I'm not necessarily worried about the family. I'm more worried about the parties who were involved. Coroners, police, investigators, anybody who even touched the name Bradenton, I want to know about them and I want to know their name.
So correct me if I'm wrong, though, but all of that was erased. All of that was destroyed on the net, wasn't? Everything was digital.
His death records wouldn't be.
Even the death records were digital.
Bro.
Yeah,
We
but aren't
never
there
know if
backup
there's a
copies?
corner that can write notes, old school.
Yeah, and there could also be backup data.
Well,
Medical
okay.
records are different than anything
Well,
else.
see, and the uncle speaks up, and you know, part of the reason I felt so safe all these years is because, like you said, Wolf, you know, back then it was all on the net. Everything was it was kind of the roaring 20s of Night City, LA, and all the booming metropolises. You know, the net was going off. We were connecting things, and I don't know, everything was moving so fast. But the third corporate war took all that out. It's why I felt so covered over these years. Is all records were gone. Hell, the internet's gone. You can't. There's not even an internet left. And then all the corps during the third started taking out all the fixers. I figured even if some fixer out there that I never met had control over whatever Merc board I used back then, he probably was taken out. I can't even imagine anyone could.
How they would have found any of this.
It makes no sense to me. Honey, I'm
Well,
at a loss.
to me, and if you know, I do have a little experience. You know, if I were doing something like this, I'd be keeping record of who hired me to kill who.
Yeah.
I do agree. I think it's
Assassin.
totally the hitman.
Yeah,
And
you're
maybe
assassin.
there was still probably a fixer still alive out there. Fixers, we're sneaky. We definitely can hide plain sight. So
Well,
we should definitely check in some old
Uncle
fixers.
Lucia, you said that you guys won this grant. What other competitors were like top contenders against you guys?
well, I mean, there was more than a dozen companies up for this grant, but I mean, the only main competition we had was Indie Powers. They're another independent energy company like us, pretty much driven by independent investors. They were up for the grant just like us. They had the same outlook plan, and well, we won. We had a better presentation. You know how I am in person. I've got the gift of gab. I was able to make it happen, but that was in my mind, that was our only competition. I mean, is Indie Powers.
Comparable in size and
Exactly. All the others were. I can't even imagine that they would get approved.
Well, and who was the point of contact at Indie Powers? Like your counterpart, the liaison, you know, to.
I have
get
no
this grant.
contact there. I don't. Indie Powers is the competition. You know, they're like what we do. They were up for the grant too. I mean, I don't know anybody there. They're just another power company. I mean, there's the owner, Patrick Hannigan, runs it. I know he hates our company. We've kind of been rivals for the years, and I'm sure us getting this contract was not good news for him. But that's the only competition we've ever had for this grant or anything like that.
Yeah, but he could have put the word out there. There's some good fixers around. He put the word out. Hey, let's find some dirt on this Lucia.
exactly.
And you know, somebody and said, "Hey, I got some big bucks. I'm going to pay someone that comes up with some information." And if that
It's incredible.
information is out there,
Well,
And it's
Maybe-
possible because all the records are burned out, essentially, that they may have not found it until after you got the contracts, and now they're just trying to recoup losses.
I mean,
I still think somebody was keeping records.
Oh,
So
I know.
really-
There has to be somebody keeping records.
right.
So really, the
There's
only
no way
thing
otherwise.
we have to work with is the email, right? Just the email and the transfer account. So can Emma and Anchor take a look into that
Of course.
I mean,
As long as they're okay with it, time.
after dinner?
yeah. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, and that's the only lead I have. I don't know. You
They might be able to
might know
source
better,
that
but
email
you can
from-
absolutely look into the email. You can, and right then your Aunt Vaughn kind of steps into the room and, okay, are we done with business? Can we at least have a little dinner? Dinner's ready. I'm getting ready to serve. If we can. And your uncle just kind of like nods. She turns around and he brings his attention back. Look, let's have some dinner with your aunt. Let's try not to talk too much about business during dinner. You know how she is.
No
and
business talk at the table.
Right. It's still like that, if you can believe it. But when we're done, I'm heading back into the office. You know, with this new grant, we've been kind of pulling 24-hour shifts on and off. Why don't you come in with me? You can take a look at the email. You can talk to my partners, employees, assistants, anybody you want to. Get into it. Do whatever you want. Like I said, your guess is as good as mine. I need you all to take the lead on this.
I would like that. Yeah, just give us in the building, any clearance we may need, so we can go ahead and take a look around, see if there's any holes in security where someone could, the drill about investigation. We'll just get started there. Start there.
Real quick, does Phoenix have any know any old fixers from back in the day or anything? Like, being a fixer herself, wouldn't she have known an old one that would know the history of fixers?
No. What I was going to do, since you're in LA and you're not Night City, and that's kind of where Looper's media contacts are and Phoenix's fixer contacts are. Anytime that you want to find the equivalent of what your contact might have been in Night City, like for instance, if Looper or Phoenix. I know, like in the rule book and under character, you might have like a local celebrity, Politico, or something along those lines. And I know we listed those out. Whatever the equivalent that you had in Night City as a potential contact or options of contacts, we can drop that in LA. What we'll do is we'll do a luck check. So if Looper's trying to see if he has a contact in LA or Phoenix, you're going to roll a 1d10, see if it's under your luck stat, and if it is, you're lucky enough that I'll create some type of contact through the network of things that you've had, but here in LA. And maybe it's a pass on from the uncle. We'll make it work. Somehow we'll make it work to the story. But that's how we'll kind of make the whole contacts thing happen in LA for Phoenix and Looper. So just keep that in mind. So just off the top of your head, yeah, you're not thinking of any fixers out here in LA, but you do have corporate hookups, political hookups, local celebrity hookups, a person on the street hookup, which could be a fixer. So both Looper and Phoenix have all those kind of levels or caliber of options. It'll just come down to a luck check. So just keep that in mind. If you want to try to hit any one of those up specifically, just let me know and we'll do that check. But first, it's time for dinner. Let's not forget that. And it's time for something pointless and random, thanks to Jamie Minch here, our very own, throwing that at the team. So as you kind of step out into the table, Aunt Vaughn comes out of the kitchen and you see a puff of smoke come behind her, and she just goes, so I guess we're going to order some pizza or some, I had some problems. I'm sorry, kids.
What happened?
Pizza would be great, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're gonna order some pizza. So she turns around and hops on her agent and starts ordering some pizzas. As you can smell what might have been an elaborate, beautifully prepared meal going up in smoke and smelling kind of burnt from the kitchen.
I didn't mean to burn up the meal.
R.I.P. all that time, man.
Well,
but yeah, everybody's able to sit down and
binders are great.
Yeah, and you're able to sit down. Pizza delivers. You're able to have some meals. Have some slices of pizza and just have some social conversation. Obviously, no business at the table. If there's any sort of personal social conversations and things that you might want to get into or ask or anything you think of that involves Cynthia or aunt or uncle or anything like that, feel free to engage in that. Otherwise, we're going to streamline till after dinner. But I'm going to give you a moment to think about that while we take our 5-minute bio break. Don't anybody go anywhere in chat. Stick around. We're just going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be right back. I'm going to leave the mics hot, so if the team wants to talk about stuff with chat or each other, and think about if there's any sort of social things you want to go over at the dinner table before it's over. If not, we can streamline. But yeah, we'll be right back. Don't anybody go anywhere. And Val, you got to come get my glass for me because I'm on crutches.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right there. I'm just kind of tangled up with this long cord. I don't know why they make the headset cord so long. Joey, what's up, puppy? What's up, Joey? Oh my God, Joey, you didn't know me. Let me get this. Oh, Joey. Okay, now you're stretching. Are you stretching? Oh, you want me to get your stuff? I'm gonna get that done. Mama gonna get your back. Yeah. Oh, no. You need to go pee? You need to go pee? Oh, go pee pee. Come on, go potty. Hurry up. Come on, come on. Your big old butt. You just. Oh, you just teased me. You just wanted me to get up. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
Okay, I had to get off some of my layers. Jesus. Put my boa back on. Oh, Lordy. Boy dog keeps tricking me. He's wanting me to take him outside, but he just wants to play. Come up here. Come up here. You're gonna make me get up again. Joey, you're so silly. I'm silly. Here you go, boy. Go, boy.
The cat was trying to play fetch with me all night, and I tossed the thing out in the living room. So now he can play with you.
Yeah. Oh, our mics are still hot, aren't they?
They are.
Yes, they are.
Everyone can hear that our cat plays fetch.
Oh yes, he does. He loves to play fetch.
I used
Also-
to have a cat like that.
And like like the rings around like milk, like when you buy like a gallon of milk and like there's the ring around that thing,
The
the plastic ring. Yeah, those are big favorites.
You go for them. A little he was ballistic. Also, I think crinkly. Like just little crinkle play balls you can get for pet store. Ballistic. We can never get them. We can never just chill out. He'll play fetch for literal hours. Hours. We don't play fetch. We don't. And then if we throw the ball, he'll scream at us.
Is Nomi's voice glitching out for anybody else?
Yeah, it's breaking up real bad.
It's crunchy. Okay,
Yeah.
give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Because I feel like my input might be a little bit too high.
Yeah, I think you've been over voluming
Mm-hmm.
because you've been breaking up a bit, and you completely went out when you got loud at one point.
How about
So
this?
we did come up with a plan, possibly. I think that we should go to Indy Powers and then ask to interview about this, perpetual energy thing, and be like, just hold this whole thing like, oh yeah, well we're just looking for a fluff piece. Like we didn't even mean to, get into that whole stuff, breaking up that corp in Night City. Like that was we were just looking for a fluff piece, and that shit just landed in our lap. But maybe we should just go. We just wanted to interview you guys, make sure that you guys weren't the right ones for the job, because her uncle's kind of a dick. So I mean, like, want to make sure that he was the right one for the job. Could be a big thing.
We really want to.
And while we're doing that,
Hear you now.
while we're doing that, having Emma go in and maybe while we're distracting them, log into their shit.
Alright, quick mic check. Is it still giving you guys feedback or anything like that?
Now you're really soft, but you still have feedback.
Gross. That's not better. It's worse.
It might be you could probably take off the headset and like unplug it, and then it might try. You want to try that? Set and seeing if that gives you a better mic, because the mic from the
Check 1, 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was-
You need to go out, or you just gonna? In or out? What you doing?
Okay, what about
Move
this?
up?
Ooh,
That's much better.
got
That's
it.
much better.
You know when you want to come in.
Fixed it.
I can still barely hear you.
You can barely hear?
Oh, hold on.
She's super
It
close to
actually
me.
might be. No, it actually might be my volume settings, because I did change them while I was.
Oh, that's not a good look.
No, I
too
can
high.
hear you
Way
good.
too high.
Yeah,
that better?
I can hear you super clear.
Yeah, that's
I
better.
can hear you fine.
Okay. Awesome.
Stink
Val,
Bomb
can you hear me
also has
clearly?
a cat that milk rings.
I think she's muted. I don't think she can hear me. Or I'm muted. No, I'm not. Okay, I had to double check.
Oh, yeah, muted.
Yeah, Stink Bomb. The milk rings never get smaller for Milo. Like he doesn't chew on them like that. But if anything, he'll lose them under a piece of furniture before anything.
What kills me is that he loses them and then like gets mad about it and proceeds to yell at us about it. And if we don't do anything about it immediately, he'll start like batting our hands or like hit us in like the back to try and like get us to do something about it.
How do I don't
It's a
hear
little-
anybody? What just happened?
I don't know, bud.
Oh, you don't hear us?
We hear
Talking.
you.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Uh-oh.
How do I? Oh wait, hold on. Maybe on this.
Oh Lord.
We can hear you.
Yay!
Now you can hear us? There
Is
we
this
go.
is this little thing on the it gets me every
Yeah.
time.
Hey.
Oh, that one.
I do that with mine all the time.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, where'd everybody go? And it's because I pushed the stupid button.
Oh hi, demon child. What you doing?
Oh, is your little guy bugging you?
Yeah, the little orange demon. Yes, he is.
It's a very vocal cat too.
He is. He
I
likes to talk a lot.
Love cats that are like that.
He loves to talk, man.
The cat, she won't shut up. I'll tell you. And she gets fed at 8 o'clock, and it's at 8:01. She'll sit there and she'll go.
Are you guys gonna see the boyo? I don't think you guys can see the boyo right now.
I'm looking forward to anybody coming into Gnostics' place and Team Nevermore and just like that cat is going to probably maul one of you if you try to touch it.
Nice. We ready to go back?
Yep, ready. Think so.
Just about.
After I put my drink down.
Well, I let Bailey out.
All right. Everyone can see us and hear us now. I guess I jumped in before Naomi got back, but it's like I always have to come back from a break either with somebody taking a bite of food, a drink of fluid, or just finally getting back on camera. Like, it's just kind of my thing. I got to fuck with the players a little. At least pick one, mess with them a little. I don't know. Trying to make...
Was
just
it me?
Trying to give reason.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
fuck with Naomi a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty easy to pick on, man.
Nice. Yeah, so the team basically got to meet up and have some dinner with Uncle Lucia and Aunt Vaughn. While eating, is the team getting into any social conversation, or can we streamline to after dinner and kind of head over to the office? What's the team doing?
I am open to questions.
So Wolf, this is not his environment. He will eat his food and be quiet and just listen to them talk, and then not do much else.
Chime in. She like the teenager. I'm curious. Little young lady here. She's very bossy. Was she always bossy?
Uncle Lucia says no. She was very well behaved, and I always tried to be a bit of a mentor on the well behaved side of things and keeping things well. And then Aunt Vaughn leans in. No, she was very bossy, very bossy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
if
especially in college days.
me and my uncle got into it, she'd be the one who could shut that down real quick. You have to be a very powerful woman to be in a house with two execs. Just saying. We'd be having a whole business debates, and she'd be like, "Stop, dinner."
I love it.
So the
it's
team.
door.
Yeah, the team can finish up eating, a little social conversation, maybe some fun stories about Cynthia as a child or as a teenager coming up, and maybe a couple little interesting stories. Maybe at one point later in a session or in the future, maybe a different player will mention one of these stories or bring up something, and I'll leave that up to the players if anybody wants to come up with a fun Cynthia story that maybe they learned from her aunt and uncle during dinner at this moment. Not now, but sometime in the future if you want to remember that. But moving forward, yeah, everyone finishes dinner. Aunt Vaughn, says her goodbyes, giving you a hug, and Cynthia, please, before you guys leave the sea, I know you're working with Uncle Lucia, but come back before you leave. Let's have another dinner and some more family time before you head back to Night City.
Yeah, I think we could definitely do that.
Okay, great. And it was nice meeting everybody.
Bye.
Bye soon.
Yeah, and then Uncle Lucia steps outside with the rest of you, and oh, wow, okay, that's one hell of a bus. I didn't realize that's what you all were riding. And where did you get this, Cynthia?
I didn't
That
get
would
it.
be
It's
mine.
actually Kira's bus. Kira's
Oh,
bus.
Kira, okay. I was gonna say this didn't seem very much like Cynthia's style.
I like it actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of dig it.
I like it
It's
too.
my home. It's my living. So it's gotta be fun.
Oh,
It has a certain je ne sais quoi.
oh yeah, I'm loving the retro vibe. It's bringing back some interesting memories from childhood. It's crazy stuff. But yeah, let's head
Hey,
into
Lucia. Sorry to break up memory lane here, but before we get off, what can you tell us about Indie Powers? And if we were to maybe take a little venture over there, is any insight, any insider news?
Well, yeah, let's head into the office. Let's not talk out here. We're standing out front of my home, and let's head into the office. I can answer any questions. We can get more into it now that dinner's done. We can talk about all these things. You guys can take a look at the email, talk to employees, anybody you want, anything you want. But let's get to the office first.
Can I smoke in there?
No,
No, not in the building. No.
Looper.
Okay.
Really?
And you better not
You
be
haven't
smoking
been-
on my
no one's been able to
bus.
smoke in a building for the last 150 years. What? Why would you even ask that?
Wait, I can't smoke on your bus, Kara?
No.
Oh.
Not everyone wants everything to smell like cigarette smoke.
Definitely didn't do that. Hey, all right, office.
Did
let's go.
Kira
Yeah.
catch that Looper didn't say I can't smoke on your bus, or that he said I can't smoke on your bus anymore?
Because he's laughing.
What?
No, she would just responded, hell no. Yeah. And now she's like, okay. Now she's making a note to herself to, make sure that they don't smoke on the bus.
Yeah. No, and Rufio, yeah,
If anytime-
Rufio asked no smoking, but it's the time of the red choombas, and yeah, absolutely, yeah, people are smoking. We've mentioned, synth, crip, and cannabis, and cigarettes, and vapes, and cigars, and all that stuff, but absolutely not inside. And in most vehicles, people don't really like it. That's still an ongoing thing, if not more so than ever before. But yeah, there's definitely more options of drugs and smoking and things and debauchery in this dystopian future. Absolutely. But yeah, Uncle heads into the office. You follow right behind in Kira's bus. Back to the big building downtown, parking in the nice secure garage underneath the building, taking the elevator up to the level where his uncle is running their power company out of. And yeah, you make your way up to the main office. You can see, again, there's a couple assistants and people working around. The uncle comes in, just kind of talks to a few of them, just normal work talk. You can hear him kind of going over numbers here, things there, normal stuff. Then he heads back into his office where all of you kind of follow. Sits down, says, okay, again, feel free. You can hop into the email. You can speak with anyone you want. I can answer anything that you want. I appreciate the help. Let's get into it.
Okay.
As far as the email goes, Emma, or I mean, Synth, can you have Emma? I don't know. Emma, can you look into that? And then, does he have one of those little drink stations where it has in the, fancy office has alcohol and nice decanters and shit?
No, unless Cynthia would think different. I picture her uncle not into that.
He does not. No, they are pretty straight and narrow type of family.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if there was actually a bar cart, she would have gone to the bar cart in his office and gotten a drink.
So is Looper still addicted to synth coke?
I'm not.
No.
I went
No, he's just a menace to society still.
after the last whole bit. I went to therapy, and
No,
hopefully I
this
can
is
stay with Phoenix's bad influence.
Unfortunately, this is just
You were a
Looper.
lot stabler when Phoenix was giving you the synth coke.
Thank you. I can't admit it, but yes. Absolute mess. Anyways. Emma, as much as I hate to admit it, Looper is absolutely correct. Can you go into the records, go and check out the email, see if you can trace anything. If you cannot, or if there's nothing to be found, I would like to look into the victim, Bradenton. Find any type of involved parties you can.
Okay.
And then also cross-reference those parties that could have been involved with Indie Tech. Or Indie Powers, sorry.
Okay.
And see if you can find any correlations or any relations or anybody who could know somebody or doesn't know somebody. Anything that's you would think of is of interest. I trust you.
Can she trace that email somehow?
If it's encrypted, probably not easily.
I mean, I can try. Even encrypted things can be decrypted. I just hope it's, I don't know, whoever's doing this isn't above my level. I'll do my best. She hops into the email and starts messing with it. You can see her, looking through the email, kind of going into the programming, messing around with her cyber deck, but she's working away.
Cynthia gives her a pat on the shoulder. Anything... Sorry.
Was that?
Cynthia gives her a pat on the shoulder. Anything you can do is a benefit to everybody. So you do what you do best, honey.
I'm on it. Yeah, and Anchor just says, I wish I could be more help. I mean, if anything needs to get fixed or anything like that, I'm here. I wish I was a little more, internet savvy.
Actually, my dear.
Don't worry, Lewis. We'll have time for you.
We may need something for either recording or just to be able to have a less than obvious radio or camera. That's not Looper's huge ass shoulder camera.
Oh, okay. I could work on that. I could possibly rig up some type of hidden cam thing. I'd have to run out and grab some supplies.
That's perfectly okay.
I think I could do that. Let me get on it. It might take me, a couple hours or so. I'll get back to you right away. He hops on his agent. And you see him start searching things, looking up things in LA. Starts heading towards the elevator.
Thanks, Timothy. What?
He turns back.
Timothy?
It's Anchor. Or Jax is fine too, but Anchor?
Guy's name all the way wrong.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, all right.
All the way
Thanks, Andor.
wrong.
Bro.
Bro.
What?
He fixed your camera, remember? So it doesn't have that darn glitch in it anymore.
Looper?
Yeah, but you can't, Looper, you can't be walking around the building in Indie Tech with a huge camera sticking out your shoulder.
What you're saying is I should get the cyberware installation that I've been, the Cyber Eyes cameras.
What I'm saying is stop being a butthead.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh, this lover squirrel is too much. Guys are serious.
Actually, do you think you could source that in this town, Phoenix? Get me some Cyber Eyes? Looking at that.
Good Lord.
I can
And
try.
level Betsy's options, Old Betsy's always going to be all faithful to me, but
How are you gonna get that installed so quickly, though?
don't know.
And where are you going to find a rubber duck to install them?
I think the level, I'd have to check Cyber Eyes. We have to look at the level of surgery on that. But a lot of surgeries are kind of in and out. It's not like you're spending weeks healing or anything like that in the dark future. A lot of the things are just kind of clinical, like at the mall and stuff. It's no different than getting your ears pierced. But some of the major cyber stuff, even that only really takes going in, getting the surgery out the next day for the most part. Phoenix can source things like that. It's only going to be the connections, right? Like the people, the NPC connections for Looper as a medium, Phoenix as a fixer, that you're going to have to do the luck check in LA to find the equivalent that you would have had in Night City. But anything else like sourcing things, Phoenix as a fixer, she can do that. Anything, what is it, 100 premium or below at her rank, she can source your cyberware. She can find a Ripper dock and local, and yeah.
Cyber Eye and Optics are both clinic.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Do I need to roll something?
No. You can source that just as a fixer. You automatically can source.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you and a lot of stuff. Clinic. You could just easily get on your agent, look up local clinics, all that sort of stuff. So it's a dark feature. That stuff is just available. But yeah, Looper, if you've got the money. And you've got, you want to spend a few hours out of the day while Emma's digging in the email, the team's doing other things, you could dip out and go get some Cyber Eyes if that's your plan. Or if you want to wait for Anchor to make some type of hidden cam situation for you, you can wait for that. It's up to you and the team. Just let me know what you want to do.
Let me hold off on that for now. But I mean...
I'm not saying you can't get... Get where it is that meets you. But I'm saying that for right now, it's probably best if we have. Oh.
Sorry.
I'm not saying you shouldn't get Cyber Eyes or anything like that. If you want to do that, that's on you. Do your thing. But for right now, I'm trying to look for something sweet and simple to the point.
Sure. In any case,
And then I do also have a communication center in the bus.
I would like to make that luck check to see if I can't hit up some of my contacts in Night City and see if they can't hook me up with a contact over here in LA of either a major city player, city politico, or local celebrity. Those are the ranks that I have on mine.
Yeah.
Should I make a luck
Yeah,
roll?
well, what specific? Yeah, you will make a luck roll. Don't do that yet, though. I'm going to bring the dice up on the overlay. But in the meantime, tell me which one. It's not just going to be general. Specifically, what's the type of hookup you want to try to find here in LA?
I would like to get a. Let's get a city politico. Hopefully, they can get me more of the details about this grant that went through and who all maybe the players might have been in it.
Okay.
In that deal.
Yeah, give me a luck check. Give me a 1d10. Let me know if it's under your luck stat.
Basically, I'm trying to play off that I'm just doing a fluff piece here.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled that, and that is it is not under my luck. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, you reach out to some of your contacts in Night City, seeing if there's any sort of connecting thing, and just nothing available. Nothing's lining up on the political side of things, at least for you. No political hookups here in LA right now, anyways.
Well, Phoenix is going to look and see if she knows if she can find any old school fixers that have been around from back then, or knows anybody who knew the old fixers from back in the day in LA. See if any of them are still alive.
Okay. Yeah, give me your 1d10, and let me know if it's under your luck stat. So just if you look on look over to the left. You'll see the little D20 symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on that to give me a 1d10. And then look at your character sheet. Let me know if it's under your luck stat. Ooh, I don't think it's going to be. You rolled a 9.
No, mine is only a 4.
Yeah. Neither of you are having luck right now. And that's not to say that you won't have better luck any other ones that you try. But right now, yeah, Phoenix, you're not finding a fixer hookup. Looper's not really finding a political hookup. It seems like you kind of are on your own at the moment.
Phoenix is looking around for a cocktail. She's like, I'm having a rough day.
What's Cynthia thinking about? I saw you did a tactics roll. What were you thinking?
Oh, that was completely by accident, but I was looking at my skills.
Well, it's fitting.
I was actually thinking about checking into bureaucracy and see if I can find any physical records.
Yeah, I like that.
Because, I know if the corporate words took place, then there has to be some kind of historical evidence or some kind of data that exists there. Even if they wiped everything out off the internet, wiped everything off the computers, there's certain data that you wouldn't necessarily completely delete, like birth and death records, like things that are pertinent to people's existences.
Yeah. Give me any I like any type of business sort of skill. I'll take bureaucracy if that's what you want to use. Like that. That's usually how businesses are run, but this can kind of be a general bureaucracy of how that history of information works.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the whole record keeping type of deal.
Nice. Yeah, not that great, but not that bad either. You're at least finding out that, yeah, it's kind of how your uncle explained the Third Corporate War. Zero records on any of the data terms, any of the sort of independent record databases that are still on data terms. There's obviously no access to real internet. And you know that any fragmented section of internet that might exist could possibly hold old school records that didn't get cleaned up by corps or people at that time. But the internet is so fragmented and fucked up, like you're just, I don't know, you're not figuring
really
it.
hard to get a hold of
Absolutely,
anything.
yeah. And if you're having this hard of a time, I'll give you this at least with that bureaucracy, a 13, because that's kind of an average DV right there. Is you can actually assume, like, if either that information's not there, or it is so fucked up and fragmented because of the way the internet is from the fourth corporate war, and third and beyond, and what went down, that it'd be extremely difficult to find that information. Someone would have to really be hooked up or something and be lucky.
Got it.
Yeah, the internet's real fucked up and fragmented in Cyberpunk.
So, best bet's following the blood trails.
I wouldn't happen to know any old war buddies that live down here that might know somebody who was doing hits during that time to do a.
Ooh, that's an excellent idea.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, why don't
Phoenix,
you
you
give me
also said you were looking at fixers who were around that time as well?
Yeah, she tried to. She just wasn't lucky enough to connect anything. Her and Looper just didn't have any luck. But I like the wolf thing. It's not really a fixer media hookup thing. But I'll be damned if that doesn't make perfect sense for the character and his history, his life path. So yeah, you give me a luck check. Let me know if it's under your luck.
Oh yeah, man.
I like that.
No luck.
No. Yeah, and I'll give you this. You do have an old vet buddy, a guy named Mike, that lives out in L.A., but you haven't talked to him in, what's it been? Probably over a decade since you just finally started getting back to normal, if Wolf can be considered normal. But yeah, no answer, no hookup. Doesn't mean he's not there, though. Just like with Phoenix and Looper. It's not a be-all, end-all. It's just at this moment it's not working out, yeah.
I have an idea.
I was hoping maybe I could go
Yes.
with mine.
Yes, I have an idea.
Is that why I smell burning toast? What is that?
It's me.
No, that was last night's dinner.
Oh,
Shots fired at Cynthia's aunt. All right.
You know what? No offense taken. She's a terrible cook. I didn't want to say anything, but I was hoping you guys are going to figure out yourselves. The proof is in the pudding.
Thank God for pizza delivery.
We have the wiring, right? The wiring from like the exchange of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
On
you
his
have
side?
you have the email that Emma's looking into, and then you have that anonymous account overseas that he wired money to.
Can I use my accounting?
Yeah. This isn't, it's not going to lean into like hacking, but
No.
absolutely, some, understanding and stuff. Give me that accounting.
Hey, 15.
Nice.
Still not great.
Yeah, but better than average though. You dive into this account and it's like your uncle said, it's an anonymous overseas account. But you're familiar with these accounts. A lot of big corporations use accounts like this. I'll give you this. You can tell that it's not something that a street level punk would be using.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That helps.
Well, Lucia, what could you tell us about Indy Powers, and if we were to, maybe feign a little bit of animosity towards you, and we try to get an interview with them, what would be your advice, sir?
I mean, if you want to act like you have animosity towards us, my company, then I am sure that you'll get an interview with them. Yeah, Indy Powers is, like I said, they've been one of the main competitions that we've had for this grant and kind of in this whole project. But yeah, lean into the ego. The guy who runs that Indie Powers, Patrick Hannigan. He's got an ego, but as most execs in corps, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a little bit of an ego. It kind of is what gets my mouth going, and it's I just as long as my ass can cash the checks my mouth writes, I'm good. But that's what got us the grant. But anyways, yeah, lean into hating us. I think that's a great idea. If you're trying to get an interview, that'd probably work. Stroke his ego too.
Any insider things I can use to fluff it up? To any modern awards, achievements that he's gotten, I can praise him for, or
nothing. I mean, they had the upstanding Neocorp award just a few years ago. That was before they applied for the grant. That was before the grant even kind of came about. That's the only award that I think I know that they won. Other than that, like I said, the Patrick guy who runs it, he has a bit of an ego about him. So maybe lean into that, stroke his ego a little, compliment. Obviously, if you're talking like you hate us, he'll probably love you. but yeah, try any angle you can. I appreciate it.
You don't think he can make a connection between you and Cynthia, could he? I mean, if it does,
I honestly don't know. You know how it was, Cynthia. When you were here, it was classes, and you were doing what you did, and rest in peace, your father.
I did have a running record, so he probably would know who I am in a sense.
Yeah, maybe.
But on the bright side, my behavior would denote that we're not that good. Just saying. I mean, I can't hear anybody anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's however, your guess is as good as mine. It's why I brought you here, Cynthia. You and your team. This is your expertise. If you think that's the way to handle it, you think it's okay. Anybody knowing that we're family as you're investigating this, but maybe we don't get along, or maybe you don't let people know we're family, or I don't know. Like I said, it's however you guys want to play this. I'm at your mercy. I need the help, so whatever you think is best.
Uncle, at best, I just say what people need to hear so they can give me the information I want.
Well,
you always were borderline fixer, weren't you?
Yeah, kinda.
No offense,
I
Phoenix.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Are we doing only investigating the people who wanted the grant? Well, how about the people who gave you the grant? Do we know a lot about that company?
Well, the grant came from the city. It's the council.
Well, the city got some shady ass people in there too, because who knows if they know his business. So we need to look at all angles. So we definitely got to look into the government who gave the grant out too.
No.
Can't just focus on one.
You have a very good point, my dear.
Because it does seem kind of fishy that all of a sudden this came up right when he won the grant. So we got to look at both angles here. But would I know anybody in the government area who?
Yeah, give me your 1d10. Let me know if it's under your luck stat. Like Looper, try to sort of Politico. Let's see if you have one. A 10. Man, you guys are the time you need to roll low, and you guys are killing it with the 9s and 10s. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah,
the roll dice is not on it.
And you know what? It kind of makes sense in gameplay. It's the evening. Like you said, they're running 24 hours here because of the grant and what they're doing. But it's evening time. People aren't answering. You're just not making the right connections at this moment. Yeah.
Do you mind if I try again for this time for my major city player?
Yeah, you can do that.
Still no.
What did you roll?
A 10.
A 10. I'll tell you what, because it's crazy that you all are rolling 10 after 10 after 9 after 9. How many plus 2s did you have?
We have 2 so far.
Okay, if you use both of those, would that put your if those were negative, would that put you under your luck?
It would not.
Okay, never mind.
Oh my god!
I tried to homebrew a little and help a little, but
yeah, and I can't think of anything Kira would have in the city other than casual contacts.
Yeah. All right. How about this?
Family might have been done some.
How about
business,
this? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that makes sense. And
Mine it would definitely put it under for mine. I only rolled a 7, so.
Yeah, but it's not your it's Looper pulling the Politico, his contacts as a media. But yeah, at that moment, Emma kind of picks up from the laptop and says, "Guys, I think I have something."
Huh?
Yeah, come and look at this. And your uncle kind of leans into, like, everyone leaning in, interested. Like, I'm not getting a lot of information on this Bradenton person. And your uncle said, yeah, he had no family. Like I said, no, I understand. But there's not even records of it or whatever. So I kind of put that on the back burner, stopped digging, and I just focused on the email.
Okay.
Yeah, this email is absolutely anonymous. It's encrypted. But it's inherently like that because it's actually from a data pool cafe. It's not like some individual. It looks like this is coming from this is coming from one of those data pool, like, internet cafes. Looks like it's probably a block away from here.
Stakeout time.
She starts typing in and going in it. She says, yeah, there's a data pool cafe like one block over called The Pool. And I'm getting the same IP traces on this encryption. Like, I am positive whoever sent this sent it from that cafe.
Emma, what's the possibility of you being able to monitor? If we can get you hooked in, can you monitor it?
I mean, I'd have to be there, and I could maybe.
Well, yeah, of course. We'd have you there with bodyguards and everything, so you'd be safe.
Yeah, I can go in. I can hack the system. I can check out whatever they have going on. We can head there. Look at my little boy Joe getting up on the bed with his mommy.
Lickety patootie.
Oh, I love a good stakeout.
Alright. Uncle, when was the last time you made a payment? You said it was about a week ago?
Well, they contacted me just over a week ago. The payment I was told to make was last Friday. And that's.
Did they give you a scheduled payment?
Well, they said they'd be hitting me up weekly, so they'll probably be hitting me up again in a few days. We'll say it's midweek.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever really established a day or a point of time, but let's make that now. We'll say it's midweek. Okay. And he's saying, in a few, a couple more days. We'll say it's Wednesday. A couple more days till Friday. I'm sure I'll be getting another email and have to send another one in.
Fantastic. Okay. We're gonna stake out the pool.
Okay. Well, if there's
Anyone have objection?
anything I can help with, just let me know.
We will. I am gonna need you to help because we're gonna need a time frame in which they message you versus the time you send the money.
Can we get some temp keys for this office? Is that possible? Some temp key cards?
Yeah, I would have to probably get one of my assistants to make those. Yeah, I could probably get Gromit to kick some out. My partner Tyler should be in a couple hours. Like I said, we're running 24/7 on this campaign, so I'm going to when I pretty much clock out, he's clocking in. He's running the graveyard. So yeah, when Tyler gets here, I'll get his assistant Gromit on that. I'll get you some key passes for the office. Yeah, you can come and go anytime you want. Access the emails. I'll make sure Gromit gives you the passcode to the emails. And again, feel free to interrogate any of our assistants or workers too. You also have access to the silos that we run off site. Anything you need, like I said, I am here to help. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Why don't you feel free to go? That's all we need for now. Let us do our work, and you do yours. Maybe you want to probably go home and get some sleep.
It's been a long day.
Well, yeah. Once my partner gets here to relieve me, I'll be clocking out, heading home.
Partner?
Yeah, Tyler, and you're familiar. Just like he's been running the business when he started the power thing. Him, his partner Tyler, their assistants. They have numerous assistants, as execs do. So it's basically two execs running the company. Him, his partner Tyler, their assistants, just like you have minions, and that's all it is. And then regular workers at the silo, sort of things like engineer, tech style people, grunt workers at the silo. But you're aware of that. But right now it's a little different, as you explained. We're running 24/7, so I'm pretty much doing all morning, late morning up through the evening. I clock out at night. Tyler comes in. He's running graveyard till morning. I mean, we are going 24/7, and that's why it's so detrimental that somebody's siphoning off our funds. This is just going to kill everything.
How long have you known your assistant?
I mean, we've been a team. All of us have been a team since day one. When we started this company.
Well,
yeah,
for right now, let's not get ourselves overwhelmed with information right now. Let's focus on what leads we do have. Let's investigate those further before we start diving into other possibilities. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm keeping an eye out on the assistant.
So we go check out this internet cafe. Just go scope it out.
Yeah, I would say. See if there's any security or if anything out of the ordinary happens.
It might be a front for something else.
And Lucia, does Tyler know about this fiasco that's going on?
To be honest, I haven't told anyone about this whole, being blackmailed. Because I didn't want the team knowing that our funds are being drained. I want to keep morale up and everyone focusing on the work at hand.
Makes sense.
But, I'll say this. I know all of you need to investigate to help me. So if you need to tell my partner, my assistants, the workers, if you need to discuss with anyone, because I know you need to ask questions and dig into this to help me, feel free.
Does Tyler have a company email?
What was that?
Does Tyler have a company email?
Oh yeah, we all have company emails. Absolutely. But like I was saying, if you want to talk to anybody, I won't keep this under wraps within our own team. I know you need your agency. You need to be able to investigate. So I'll trust all of you, do whatever it takes.
Team, how are you feeling? You feeling like we have a good start?
I would, at the very least, I think Wolf, Emma, and I should head down. I mean, if not more of us, but you two specifically go down to the.
I would like the team to work together wherever you're going collectively, because if we start splitting the team, I'm gonna. I run like three-way splits on other teams. I just dislike it because it pulls away the role playing. I have to jump scene to scene. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be better if, you guys collectively knock out things in order. It'd be kind of fun.
I think that we should at least go down to the cafe so that Emma can at least make some sort of connection.
I would rather you guys be her bodyguards, and then me, Phoenix, and Kira go into the cafe and keep an eye on everything around us. Because me and Phoenix have pretty good hearing. Kira is pretty observant, and she has a bunch of street smarts. So, but you guys are much more muscly than all three of us.
Right, and if Emma goes...
Kira could absolutely beat the crap out of somebody.
Well, also, I mean, if Emma going to the cafe, she could access possibly some camera files, possibly in that cafe. Maybe we can get some IDs on some people. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people access, their data there, but I mean,
that's the hope. At least we could
check it out. It's nighttime. This is a hopping time at the internet cafe, I'm sure.
But we also have to choose our times carefully because we can't be in there the whole time. We can't just spend the night in there. So we have to be very careful what times we choose to be hanging out in there for how long we spend there. Otherwise, we're going to be suspicious.
Well, we start off at the time of the frame of the email. What time the email came in, we'll go then at that time, and then we'll work from there.
I agree.
Kitty!
Wow, yeah. What time did the email that he got and the email demanding payment, what times did they come?
That email came in, we'll say, at about 4 p.m. midday.
Okay. So about 4 to 8?
about right. Well, we should just go in there anyways for tonight. Just get our little Jennifer look around.
Yeah.
I want to lay of the land. Of course I do.
About what time is it now?
It's evening, nighttime. We'll say probably around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. You went over and ate an early dinner at Uncle and Aunt's, and now you're back downtown. So yeah, probably around 6. We'll say 7 p.m.
Sounds good. I mean, we can go in as 2 separate groups, so to speak, but we can be all together. It doesn't just don't have to know one another, so to speak. Should be a lot of people there this time of night.
Oh, sure.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, well,
let's get moving.
Yeah, you can head
Let's
there.
get coffee.
Yeah, all of you get together, hopping in Kira's school bus, and you head over a block to the pool, as Emma explained, and you look it up on your agents, and yeah, it's a sort of data pool cafe, the kind of cyberpunk red version of an internet cafe. Obviously, the internet is fragmented into these data pool systems and such, but there is kind of like an acting equivalent of, I mean, there are satellites for agents to work, there is the sort of the green pages or whatever, the garden. So you do have some sort of fragmented systems, not as extensive as what the internet used to be, but it is there, and because of these sort of data pool cafes being the only sources of these other than getting information from data terms themselves, it's, like Wolf said, super crowded. You go there even now, 7 at night, not even midday rush hour time, and it's crowded. It's like almost shoulder to shoulder in there. Every single sort of system that's there, and there's all different calibers. You see sort of like desktop computer systems kind of mounted in walls and stuff, and then there's little mini outlets there where people are jacking in their agents and stuff, but there's people all lined up in these sort of kiosk things lined up and in the center of the place, and then people waiting to access them, kind of hanging out, talking. There's vending machines all along the back, a couple bathrooms. You can see some stairs going up where it looks like there's even more access up there, and other than that, you can see in the front there's a desk and a short, overweight, bald man just kind of sitting behind the desk. And it looks like he's smoking some type of cigar inside. Kind of crazy. But that's what you see as you're pulling up.
There's a lot going on in that place.
All right, so
Emma, you got your work cut out for you. I suppose we could probably filter through the crowd, see if we notice anyone suspicious, but I mean...
Everybody's suspicious.
Let's be honest, though, none of this is nearly as bad as us taking down a Russian gang. We are capable, guys. We can do this.
You guys all.
Emma speaks up.
Yeah.
What was that, Wolf?
I'll say, let's go. Looper, me, you, and Emma going to go on in. We can walk around from the one side. They can go around from the other side. Go on in.
I just want to get her to the nearest place she can jack in, and hopefully she can get some sort of read on what's going on here with the network. But
isn't there like a line? It looks like there's a wait to get into the place.
Oof.
Oh, is there a wait to get in?
Yeah, there's a wait. It's crowded and neck to neck shoulders. You can see it from the window, and it just looks like a line. Somebody go talk to the little bald guy.
It doesn't look like there's a wait to get in, but it looks like people are waiting to access all the systems. We could probably wedge our way in there, but I mean, the crowd works to our benefit. If I'm going to try to hack a system or something, I guess I won't be as noticeable. But I worry. I don't know. It's just so crowded. I guess we can get in there and try.
And then maybe we can peek over some shoulders. Maybe we can. I mean, a lot of people have screen protectors on, I'm sure, but I mean, maybe we can glean something if someone's being careless.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out. I got threat detection all the way up. I'm pretty paranoid with this many people around, so I am watching people closely, seeing if anyone really notices us as we come in or takes special notice to us.
Nice. Give me a perception check.
All right.
Oh, use a +2.
And use
Yes.
a +2. Okay, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, so 24.
Yeah, you can see
Woo!
in the crowd, not a lot of people in there using the cafe even notice you come in. It seems like everybody's preoccupied with their own shit. But you absolutely notice as you're kind of wedging your way in and looking around, that older, shorter, fat, bald dude sitting behind the desk. As you get closer, you see he's kind of wearing like exec clothes, like he, has a button shirt, has a tie and stuff, but it's kind of unbuttoned, loose tie. You can see some stains on it, like trying to act like he owns this place maybe, or at least is a manager or runs it or something. Just not of that caliber, But when you come in, you notice, he's noticing you. As you come in, he looks up, notices you, looking at other people behind you as they're trying to wedge their way in. Like you can tell he's noticing everybody coming in the door. And with that great perception, I'll say you also notice he seems like he's in some type of system. Because you'll see him notice you coming in, and then he kind of goes back, does some sort of gestures in the air, like some netrunner movements. Good perception check.
Okay. So he's probably in there, maybe guarding the system, so to speak. I'll turn back to Emma and kind of whisper back to her, "Hey, I think there's gonna be somebody in there with you." And I kind of cut my eyes towards him, because I saw her do these motions and stuff when she's working with stuff.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, believe me, I already did a scan. That seems to be the main system of the building. I'm seeing all these access points, but obviously it's where people are jacking in. The main system of the building is, it's right at the main desk where that guy is sitting. So it looks like it looks like I'm gonna have to deal with that Gato, or maybe you guys can distract him or something so I can get in there."
How much of a distraction do you want?
If I get in the system and he's in there, there's no hiding from it. He's gonna know I'm in there. My avatar looks nothing like me. It's gonna, out of all these people, I'm sure he's gonna have a hard time figuring out who it is. But I don't know. Seems risky.
Okay.
And Emma is Cynthia's assistant. She's down for whatever. But by no means is she the caliber of edge runner that you all are. So you can kind of feel that. She's down to help. She'll do it, but she's like, kind of risky.
Wolf. How about, say, you and I run play 12? We get in a little scuffle, and maybe you pick me up and throw me, and I get thrown into him.
Or alternatively, do we have
Knock him off his game, and
anyone have a
cause him to jack
traffic
out.
thing?
I don't know if we want to get banned
What was that, Cynthia?
from this place. What
Does
would you
anyone
say?
have a tracking device or anything like that?
I don't, but I was thinking that our
I have a
very
homing
best
tracer.
talking person, who's really good at distracting people, Phoenix,
I think it's gonna come down to me.
Really? That is her line of work. She is fantastic at that. Let's watch her do her thing.
Not so bad at talking to people.
You get a little too aggressive.
Yeah, we don't need to be throwing hands right away, guys.
Yeah, we don't want to. This guy's probably maybe just doing his job. We don't want to get banned from here. So maybe I was thinking Phoenix might could go have a chat with him.
Am I
And
new
she
in
can-
town? I'm very new in town.
If anything, we can always do
I'm
get
new in
help.
town.
She obviously needs someone to talk to and get some help from, and I'm sure she can distract him.
We could always do get help.
I
I just gotta try to get him out of that.
And cause a scene in a building full of people, so we can lose them in the crowd full of panic.
Yeah, let's try the calm way first. No one needs to die
That's
tonight.
fine. I can just go up and chat him. You just need me to get him out, away from paying attention to what he's doing, the little hand gestures he's doing.
I think mainly we just need you to distract him and get him to focus on you or something.
This is one of those times I wish one of us had the foresight to buy a homing tracer.
Okay, let me get the girls out.
I have a homing tracer.
get them out.
You have a homing tracer?
Yes, it's part of my communication system in the bus.
Oh my gosh. You're my hero.
Oh my.
What do
That's
you think?
fantastic.
Am I
Yes, I do
going
have
to
a homing
Please
tracer,
give it to Phoenix.
scrambler,
Phoenix,
descrambler, and whatever else it comes with.
can you give it to Phoenix and Phoenix, can you try to pop it on the dude?
Yeah, I hand her a couple of the devices, the button-sized devices, for if she can try to place it on them.
Yeah, and
It
keep in
doesn't
mind.
have.
No, I was just gonna say the way that would work is a couple things. Like I'll take a stealth roll versus his perception if you're trying to place a tracer on him. I can also go with a conceal reveal. No matter what, it's going to be contested. But I'll let players' choice on that, whether you want to kind of go stealth, with your stealth or conceal reveal to put that tracer. And I can see either one of those making sense. And whoever has those better skills. But luckily, Kira has the equipment to pull this off, if that's what you're trying to do. Yeah.
My stealth is at 6, so.
That's better than mine.
Yeah, it's better than mine, I think, too.
Mine's 5. I have a 7 dex though. I don't
Mine's
know.
a 4.
I have an 8 dex. It's all come down as Phoenix's little sleepy little ass.
So
She is
do
sneaky.
you have like pickpocket? Do you have some kind of pickpocket thing?
Oh, I steal all the time, yeah.
I mean, if you this would be like pickpocket, right? Except the reverse.
Yeah, you could use pickpocket too. Whatever. Yeah, I like that too. We've used that for putting devices on.
Oh,
So
wait, I don't
stealth-
have pickpocket. I always just pickpocket people and always get it because I got the high dex.
Okay.
Can you reverse pickpocket somebody, though? Can you put something
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the thing?
Yeah,
and
we've
take
used
something out?
pickpocket to reverse it before. You can do
Oh,
that.
she
yeah.
doesn't actually have
But
it.
she doesn't have that. So for Phoenix, it'd probably work better using stealth or
Yeah, my
conceal
acting
reveal.
skills.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has massive. She has great
Yeah,
stealth.
Do it up.
All right, I'm going to go have a conversation with a bald dude.
Okay, so let you distract him, and then I believe Emma's going to use that to get in, right?
Is that the plan?
Yeah, everybody's got their comms on.
As long as you get him far enough away from that access point that he's not even in it anymore.
Oh, you want me to physically move him? Okay.
Oh yeah, he needs to go. He needs to move
Okay. That's okay.
far away from that nest as possible.
So, is it my acting skills, conversation, and the stealth, or just the bomb?
It depends on your approach and what you want to do. Just tell me what the plan is and what you want to do, and we'll work it out.
Okay,
use
it's
it
gonna be.
as
It's gonna. I'm gonna have a conversation with this. My little prettiness on. I'm gonna have to go play Little Miss. I don't understand this place. And try to get him to come over and show me some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a conversation check.
Use a +2.
And +2.
Says the little birdie.
The
Wait, did I hit the right one? No.
17.
Okay, you got a
Yeah,
15 plus 2.
Yeah.
Nice. You just want to tell him that you're confused about the place, you need some help, or you want to tour the place, or something along those
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get him to. Excuse me. Is there any possible way? It's the first time I've been here. I've never done any of this before. Is there any way you can show me how to do this thing? I'm a little confused even where to start.
Oh, yeah, of course. He straightens up his tie. Yeah, lady, how you doing?
Oh, you are so precious.
Yeah, I can personally take you around. Let me just 1 second. 1 second. You see him kind of mess around on his system on his little computer he has there, and then he gets up. Yeah, let's. So look, we have all these access points here. So you typically do net running all the time? He starts like walking off. You see him walking off with Phoenix, talking about net running, pointing out systems and stuff as Phoenix walks away and kind of gives you all the look.
Emma, go, Emma.
Yeah.
And as I did, I put my arm around him nice and slowly, and I just go, "Oh, I'm so glad you're helping me. I just wanted to send my family to let them know where I'm at, because I've been traveling alone by myself." Just kind of slowly put my arm around, like underneath his side.
Nice young lady like you, all alone in L.A. No family or anything. I go, you need someone to hang out with, or?
Maybe. Are you asking me out for later? Because I got plans for later, but maybe tomorrow for breakfast.
Ooh, already going to breakfast. I like where this is heading. Yeah, and he walks off.
But not hanging out tonight though. Guys, I'm trying to put the tracer on him.
Yeah, give me your stealth. Is that what you were gonna go for?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give because of that great conversation, and not just great conversation. Let me point this out. When I do with players, I'll do a conversation check, right, or persuasion, and to my players, they can absolutely just say, yeah, insert clever statement here, and that works. You have a good roll. It makes sense. But what I love is when players actually role play it out and they improv it. And I know sometimes it's hard to do just on the whim, but you did a great job there, Phoenix, and you had a great role. So I'm going to give you a bonus, a negative modifier to him because he's distracted by your beauty and conversation during your stealth check, and you didn't even need it with a stealth of 19 in this contested. Anyways, you're killing it. So yeah, you slide that in his pocket, cuff, wherever you need it to go, you got it on him, and he doesn't know.
Yeah, I figured he might be the type of guy that sleeps in his clothes, so I just kind of stuck it on him.
Yeah, great job. You got it in there, and he seems to be flirting, looking to try to hang out and stuff. Great job. So he disappears into the crowd as Wolf kind of gives Emma the nudge. She steps up. You see Emma kind of, incognito style, just getting in the system. Okay. Yeah, I might have to deal with this black ice, guys. Yeah, just let me know if he starts heading back. I'm going to deal with all this. And you see her messing in the system.
I'm keeping an eye out for anyone coming over this way, too.
Same thing. Kira's looking around.
Give her a body block.
Kira and Wolf, give me a perception. What's Looper and Cynthia doing while you see Phoenix walking off with this manager, owner guy, or whatever he is, and you see Emma messing in the system? Wolf and Kira standing by Emma, kind of look out. What's Looper and Cynthia doing?
I'm gonna stand kind of like around Emma, but like my back to her, as if like I'm trying to like just make myself big and just like on my agent and like just making it's just to block any trying to block as much as I can.
Oh yeah. No, I like that. In fact, I want to give. Let's do this. Give me some type of. I'll take any type of physical role. Acting could even be it. Player's choice. Because I would love to see this work. I think it's a creative idea, and it's not going to be difficult at all for you to kind of be a block. All I'm doing here is to see if you get a decent DV that I can give Emma a +2 to any of her stealth checks moving forward while she's doing this. So any type of physical.
Dancing.
I like dancing. I like that. But Looper might not have dancing. Looper, you can lean into any physical sort of skill that you think you could use to pull this off. But I do like dancing.
Oh, I was going to say, could I use acting then?
I like acting, yeah. I like that too.
Okay.
Any type of physical stuff, you're pretending and...
Good rolls.
Oh, that's great. Cool. Yeah, you're doing a great job, and you can tell like you're giving cover to Emma. She's getting that bonus and stuff. So doing a great job. What's Cynthia doing while you see Looper kind of giving the block and everyone else posting up?
I'm going to keep an eye on Phoenix and make sure she's okay. Because I know dealing with some guys is not easy all the time.
Yeah. In fact, when you look over, and hold your thought. I know you were just going to say something. So you do have an action. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But while you're looking over, you do notice Phoenix having to deal with this, kind of grimy looking dude. Like his clothes, a little dirty, he just straightened up his tie to kind of flirt, but he's not the sleekest of men for Phoenix, and you even see as Phoenix has her arm around, slipping the thing in and going, the guy like puts his arm around her and kind of like drops it a little low. You see Phoenix reach by and like lift his hand up tactfully, and like he's just kind of creepy. You're kind of catching that vibe.
Ick.
Ooh, we don't know each other that well yet.
And what was the perception checks that you guys got, Wolf and Kira?
24.
21.
Nice. Yeah, both of those are great. While you're looking out, no one's noticing Emma. Dude's distracted by Phoenix. Everyone's posted up. But Wolf and Kira, both of you notice at one point, coming up the street, out the front door, through the crowd of people kind of coming in and going and hanging out and loitering and just normal LA busyness. You can see coming up the block, like just maybe one or two buildings down, you can see Anchor, Cynthia's tech assistant, and he's coming up the block, but he looks like really upset. It's hard to get a feel. In fact, both of you give me a human perception while you're at it. You noticed him. Let me just...
Me?
Just Kira and Wolf, the ones that were looking, because you're focused on Phoenix and Creepy Dude. Kira and Wolf are kind of looking out, generally speaking. For look out, yeah. I'll say Kira. I was looking for a 15 to get a good read. Usually match on defender, but we're gonna go with a Kira. You're getting a vibe like Anchor's coming up. Wolf, you can tell he's kind of moving frantically. Maybe he looks a little upset, but Kira, you can tell. Something's wrong and it needs immediate attention. And in fact, when he sees both of you looking, he kind of like locks eyes with you, Kira, and he's just like going like this as he's walking up.
I quickly, tug on Cynthia and kind of motion her to head out and point over to Anchor coming up the street and kind of head towards the door.
Yeah, and Cynthia Wolf, you notice this, and Kira kind of gives a gesture to Cynthia, getting her attention as well. You see her making her way towards Anchor. What's Wolf and Cynthia doing as she heads that way?
So I know I have to get Phoenix out of there, or at least distract her from that dude. So
remember, we have our phones.
Yeah, we already have the tag on him, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying we can talk to each other. We got our ear things, so you can tell me.
True. I don't want to be too far away from you because he seems very skeevy.
I got my arm and my fan. Remember, my blade.
You right. All right. So I'm gonna follow Kira and Wolf out then.
And Wolf as well, going.
Yeah.
Looper, watch Emma. There's a problem. I'm gonna follow Cynthia.
Now Looper, yeah, still blocking. You catch wind of that. Now all of a sudden, there's some type of problem going on outside as you see, Wolf, Cynthia, and Kira making their way out the front door. And now you even kind of notice Anchor for a split second, but obviously your attention back to blocking Emma and stuff. Wolf, Cynthia, Kira, the second you kind of make your way out the people and get out the front, Anchor comes running up. He's kind of sweating. He's like, "Look, I went to the office. Oh, I got the camera done for Looper. I went to the office. He said you were here at the pool. On my way here, but just a block down. Kira, I saw your van. There's a couple thugs like trying to break into your van, like right one block down." And this is where we'll end our session.
Oh, you.
That's
Son of a gun.
I'm a creep guy.
I'm about to murder somebody. Messing with my van, my bus.
Not the happy bus.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is nerve.
About to be a murder on the streets.
I don't know why, but you're supposed to be like magic school bus energy, and I'm here for it. Like,
Not even in combat, and I'm like on edge.
square up. Like,
That's funny. Nice. Hey, Vampire Bites Rob's Cliffhangers classic. I always try to pull our break and our ending on some type of cliffhanger. If I can make it some type of action moment, a suspense, oh shit, what's going to happen moment. Fuck yeah, that makes the stream so much better. I hope it's exciting to not only the players, gives them something to think about from now till the next session, but also chat. Hopefully it's motivating and fun that you want to come back and see what the hell happens. How's the team going to handle this? Who is it? What's going on? So that's what I always love doing, cliffhangers and stuff, as well as plot twists and fun stuff. You have to fuck shit up as a GM, right? You got to keep it interesting, keep the players on their toes. But yeah, awesome. Great job, players. Great job, chat, for contributing, being part of the story, all that good stuff. I really appreciate that so much, more than I can ever say and express. Aside from that, yeah, we'll start the session not next Wednesday, but the one after that. Remember, we play on the second and last Wednesday of every month, unless something crazy happens. That's what we lock into. Otherwise, we'll let people know through the promos. But we'll be back here on the second Wednesday of next month, and we'll continue right where we left off with Looper trying to block View, Emma in the system fucking with Black Ice, trying to see what she can find in the system, Phoenix being a distraction to the manager, creepy dude guy, Cynthia, Kira, and Wolf heading outside to meet up with Anchor, who's apparently got Looper's little hidden camera thing done, but says, I just saw your van parked to block down some thugs trying to break into it or something. Like, we'll start right during all that stuff going on. yeah, aside from that, I want to just remind everybody watching, listening, that me and my beautiful wife Valerie will be at Gen Con in the Sirenscape booth. Shout out to Sirenscape, an official sponsor of Cybernation Uncensored. I also run their weekly gameplay on Thursdays, so tomorrow tune into the Sirenscape Twitch channel and watch my Sirenscape team. They're on a new campaign called Welcome to Arasaka. This is Welcome to LA. That one's Welcome to Arasaka. So check that out and see what's going on there. But if you're going to Gen Con, make sure you stop by the Sirenscape booth, say hi to me and Val, get a picture, show some support to Sirenscape and us. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for playing. To my players, thank you for watching, to chat, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.